Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danelle. If you're new here, welcome. In today's video, this is a message. This is a message to my brothers and my sisters. So a few years ago, I made a video about my experience living in Switzerland as a black person. If you haven't seen that video, if this is the first video you're seeing of mine, I'll put it here or here and you can go ahead and watch that video and come back to this one. That video has garnered like over 100,000 views and counting. While I've gotten a lot of support and encouraging words from people, from Swiss people, from people in Europe in general, from my brothers and my sisters, I really appreciate those comments, but I also got some very daunting comments, you know, and over the years I've read them and replied to some of them. Some of them I've ignored, not purposefully, but because I was just caught up with life. And of recent I got a few more messages that, you know, they kind of, I wouldn't say stick me the wrong way, but they have kind of provoked some thoughts. But the message that I want to bring to you guys today is, what's the message? I appreciate your concern. I appreciate your concern for me and, you know, what I'm going through or what I've been through. But I want to reassure you that I am not oblivious to the fact of what's happening. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people in the comments, they were bashing me for not using the R word. So I purposefully didn't use the R word in that video. Not because I'm scared or something, but I chose my words carefully when I made that video, because I feel like as soon as you use the R word as a person, as soon as you use the R word, nobody listens to you anymore. Or they just put you in that box as being you're complaining. So I decided not to use the R word. And I think it worked. I think it worked. If you look on some of the videos, there were Swiss people commenting and, you know, thanking me for bringing my experience forward, because and showing them my perspective, because it gave them a different perspective, you know. So I think not using the R word, it irritated some of my brothers and sisters, and they think that I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm not conscious of what's happening, you know, and why I was treated that way. I am conscious, and I just choose to not use the R word. And again, I am still living in Europe. I'm living here. I have to live here. I have to go to the supermarket. I have to work. I have to take my child to the daycare. My son is doing his apprenticeship. We still have to live here. So coming out and being aggressive and demanding certain things, I just thought it wasn't a good strategy. I'm just sharing my experiences, and hopefully people can look or listen and look into themselves and see if they have done something like that to someone else. Another thing I want to talk about is my experience as a black person living in Europe might be different, or I'm sure it is different, from a black person who lives in America, or a black person who lives in the Caribbean, or I've heard like from family and friends who are from the Caribbean but are living in America, and they have a different lived experience from a black American. And so I said that to say, you cannot expect the same reaction from me. You cannot expect the same reaction that you would have if you were in my situation. While I've never lived in America, I don't know exactly, I cannot speak on your lived experience, but I've read this book. I didn't read it in its entirety, of course not, but I used this book while I was writing my dissertation, and it's Black Feminist Thought from Patricia Hill Collins, and there are some gems in this, and I would implore all Black women to read it. You don't have to read all of it. You can go through the table of content and select different chapters and read, and wherever you're from, whether you're from America or from the Caribbean or from Africa, it's a really good book to read. And so I want to leave you with a few words or quotes. I want to leave you with a few quotes from this book. I've been reading chapter 5, The Power of Self-Definition. And here, and I quote, "Silence is not to be interpreted as submission in this collective, self-defined Black woman consciousness." Which simply means, not because I didn't come out and say, use the R word and bash people and stuff, it doesn't mean that my silence or my choice of words mean that I'm not conscious and cognitive of the fact of what's happening. Okay, another quote in this book that I find is very powerful. A mill worker from North Carolina, she said that, and I quote, "If they tell me something and I know I ain't gonna do it, I don't tell them. I just go on and don't do it." There's context to what she's saying, right? Sometimes people are telling you to do things how they want it to be done or how they think it should be done. And instead of fighting with them, instead of, arguing, just be still, be quiet. You know within yourself that you're not going to do this thing, but you don't have to tell anyone that you're not going to do it. Just go ahead and do what you think is best. Right, so Patricia Hill Collins, there's a lot to be learned from this book, so I would encourage you to read it. And yeah, right, I'm conscious of what's happening, although my approach might be a little bit calm and collected and so on. I know what's happening. So thank you for the support, and I hope you continue to watch my videos. I'm trying to be consistent with making my videos and posting them. I still don't have a schedule, but that will come. I'm trying to watch my analytics and see, what are the best days to post. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and catch you in another one. Okay, ciao.